companies may stop operating in the Kaesong Industrial Complex if the launch takes place. The area is operated jointly by North and South Korea, but is 6 miles north of the border with South Korea. It was formed in 2010. About 120 South Korean companies operate in the area, or zone. About 50,000 North Koreans work there. Some work at South Korean-owned factories there. This benefits both sides. It is the only development program between the two countries that is still operating. Almost all relations and aid programs were canceled in 2010 after South Korea accused the North of sinking a South Korean naval warship that killed 46 sailors. President Park Geun-hye's support for strong international sanctions against North Korea have made South Korea's relations with the U.S. stronger. At the same time, it has weakened its relations with China. Jonathan Pollock is an East Asia policy expert at the Brookings Institution, a research group in Washington. He says Chinese President Xi Jinping has chosen not to communicate in a meaningful fashion with the government of the Republic of Korea or with President Dipole, and it has closely cultivated over a period of time. China opposes North Korea's nuclear program, but continues to support the country. China is reluctant to support strong sanctions. Instead, it has called for international efforts to end North Korea's nuclear weapons program in return for economic aid and security. However, North Korea says its nuclear weapons program is necessary for national defense. It says it will not negotiate an end to the program. That means it will be difficult for China to convince North Korea to end its nuclear activities. Critics say that if China does not take part in sanctions against North Korea, it will send that country a message of support. Experts worry that sanctions put in place against North Korea by the United States or the United Nations could hurt China. That is because North Korea is already isolated and dependent on China for fuel, trade, and aid. Possible limits on trade and on companies that operate in North Korea could hurt Chinese companies and banks. Next, Christopher Jones-Cruz tells us what some researchers have found about American attitudes toward Islam.
Americans are split on how their next president should talk about Islamic extremism, says a new public opinion study. The study found that 65% of Republican supporters say the next president should speak directly about Islamic extremism, even if the statements are critical of Islam. But among Democrats, 70% said they want the next president to speak more carefully about the issue. The Pew Research Center conducted the poll last month. Almost half of those who took part in the study said they believe some Muslim Americans disagree with U.S. culture, politics, and policies. About 11% believe most or almost all Muslim Americans are anti-American. A Pew study conducted in December found almost half said they believe Islam is more likely than other religions to encourage violence. A similar number said they are very concerned about an increase in Islamic extremism in the United States. And almost 2/3 said they believe the bigger problem is that religion is used by violent people as a reason for their violent actions. On Wednesday, President Barack Obama visited a mosque or Muslim religious center in Baltimore, Maryland. He said Muslim Americans are seen negatively by many Americans because of the increase in terrorism linked to Islamist extremists. The president's visit is a simple but powerful affirmation of the fact that American Muslims are a part of the mosaic of American society, said Omid Sofi, director of the Duke Islamic Studies Center in North Carolina, in an email to VOA. Hopefully, it will serve as a reminder of the need to affirm the full rights of all of us, regardless of faith and ethnicity. I'm Christopher Jones Cruz.
The illegal hunting of animals, called poaching,